The next one's from Fido Dido, and the subject is Ric Flair WCW. On the 83 Weeks podcast, they talked about the angle where they pretended Ric Flair had a heart attack. Apparently, they fooled some of the talent at the time. What was that like for you guys backstage? Long-term Patriot member Fido Dido. I don't remember this at all. Do you remember this?
No.
Flair came back after he left. Remember that? And there was Bischoff said, "Oh, I'm going to put him out on the street." That backstage meeting.
Oh yeah. I think they did right. So, they did do an angle like that. Yeah.
Flair comes back, and they're going to have their match at Starrcade '98.
I don't think anybody backstage was fooled.
Oh, wait a second. Let me tell you something. I do remember this. Okay. So Flair had a heart attack. Okay, and that was the angle. He was gone. Right, and like everything was, he'd be finished. So I'll never forget this. I actually posted this on Twitter one time. It said for people to listen to the crowd here. Right, we were in St. Louis at the Dome in St. Louis for a Monday Nitro. So there's like 30,000, 35,000 people there. Right. And Bischoff was in a promo, was cutting a promo. He's in the ring burying Flair. Okay, it's like Eric did not, Eric didn't like Rick back then, and he would, so he had no problem cutting a 10-minute promo on Ric Flair, So it was actually like,
so not to mention he had heat with Scott and Kevin, and Scott Steiner, and
So Flair shows up. They show up in a limo, like they cut away a camera shot, and the Horsemen show up. Flair, Arn, Benoit, Dean. And they show up, but we're in the Dome, right? So the parking lot in the Dome is like pretty far away from the ring, It's like the back parking lot. So Eric's in the ring cutting a promo, right? And the Horsemen are coming to the building.
Let me just say one thing real quick before you say it. Is this the one where Ric Flair came into the ring and did a promo, and then he had a heart attack in the ring?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I do remember. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Disco.
No, this is after he came back.
Yes.
Okay. So this he'd come that, and so he was coming back from that. So he comes. They show him in the back. Like some of the NWO guys are in the Horseman's way when they're coming. They just beat the guys up, and Flair's looking for Bischoff. So the next thing you know is like they're having a camera, and they're literally showing Flair like come up. Into the ring, and Eric sees like, oh shit, like starts running away. Bro, Flair gets the mic. And just like he's just like he couldn't help it. He was so fired up that he he just went, "Woo!" Bro, the crowd just absolutely erupted. Like it was an unbelievable pop. And it's just all he did was he said Bischoff or Wyndham had done something to him. All right,
yeah,
he said Bischoff, Wyndham, you will die in this ring tonight if I get my hands on you. And he did another woo, and bro, the place was just going absolutely. It was like the height of the NWO stuff, and I mean, it was like really, really strong. Like we were killing them in ratings. The place was just erupted with it was just it was really good stuff. And
and on top of that, Eric was a really good character
because I was watching.
People really wanted Flair to beat his ass.
Yeah, you forget. Eric was an excellent on-screen performer.
Yeah.
But the thing was, because the wrestling crowd was kind of smart back then, kind of like the smart marks were like, oh, he's just out there just trying to. But no, he would cut a good swarmy
very good
heel promo. He was excellent. It was good stuff.
But
so
one thing people forget, I guarantee you guys forgot, a lot of the fans probably forget, is that they did the thing where Flair's crazy excited in the promo and over animated, and he touched, he grabs his arm and then he sits down in the corner and what happened to Flair? So first it was Flair had a heart attack, but then they changed the story a few weeks in where the doctor comes on and says he didn't have a heart attack, but we checked his blood and urine or whatever, and there was actually poison in his system. So they changed the story to Bischoff poisoned him to make him seem like he had a heart attack. But they just they never really got it over. Like I don't remember what the problem was, but they wanted to change the story a little bit to where Eric had poisoned him, but they never got it across. People don't remember that; they just remember the heart attack. So
I'm actually, you know what? Hang on, give me a minute here. I'm gonna try and do something. This might take a minute. It's gonna take too long. Actually, let me look here. Hang on.
We talked about Joey Ryan and Ray's daughter and whatnot. The other controversy that I saw, if you guys didn't see it, is Lawler had his 50-year celebration. He's been in wrestling 50 years or whatever. Mm-hmm. And him and JR were there, and it was in a packed, area. I think it was a small arena or something like that. And everyone's coming at them because most of the crowd isn't wearing masks because they don't have to wear them in Tennessee right now. The governor, I think, struck it down, So, of course, there's no masks there, and blah, 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 blah. Of course, it's Tennessee where they're doing that. And, yeah, so those guys are getting a little bit of I don't think this new generation
Let
of
me see
fans
if I can find it.
cares for either one of those guys very much. You know, it seems like they're always after JR and they're always after Lawler because of the way he used to commentate.
Hang on a minute. I can't find it. I was going to try and find that promo because it's really good. Maybe I'll find it later on. Maybe we'll put it on the. I'll find it tonight, and tomorrow we can play it and stick it in here and make it like.
Bro, I was just looking on Twitter, and you're right. There's this thing by Vince Roots that says, "Bro, they're playing like you have to put bro on your Twitter too." It says they're playing like MF and cards. They're not even interested in watching the show that's going on. And we as the audience should be. Brucey, Vince, stop writing the show 30 minutes before air and start putting some thought into this.
Right.
Bro, if you actually, okay, wait. Do you actually think, Vince, okay, and we love you here, bro, do you actually think that if you went into any locker room, AEW, MLW, AAA, or WWE, everybody backstage is glued to the monitor watching it? No.
Hey, Joe, go to that clip I just sent you and go to 221.
Okay.
Why don't you watch this, Conan? So, mind you, we were super hot, okay? And Flair hadn't been seen on TV in a while, and Bischoff has just been ripping him every week. So I think this is like actually the open of the show, or maybe the open one of the second. Like we used to do fireworks and pyro for the second hour. Remember, the first hour would end, and the second hour would be like a whole. I think this was like the second hour. So this is like a hot spot in the show where we're head to head with Raw, and just play it.
Tonight, how happy I am to be here with you.
Look at all the signs, too.
Yeah. And listen to the energy.
Yeah.
I am profoundly sorry that the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, can't be here tonight. I know I feel the same way you do. You know, it's amazing to me, after what I did to his kid.
All right, what's this out back here we got?
And that big wet one.
Oh, my God.
Had put on his old lady. The Nature Boy.
He's
For
walking.
him not to be here tonight
That is out back, I believe.
is beyond
Oh, yeah, it is.
anything I can comprehend. But given that the man has an incredibly bad heart.
Get out of the way.
Cardiomyopathy or something. You can't blame him at his advanced age and given his ability or lack thereov to deal with stress.
Eric is stretching it out.
Yeah, I know, he's just buried in there.
Yeah.
13-time world heavyweight champion. This is a man that despite the fact that he lets me slap his punk kid around, that's not away with his life, deserves your respect. So before I go
nice.
tonight,
Look how much better their beatdown looks.
I need every one of you to stand in silence to show your respect for the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Everybody shut on up for the Nature Boy.
You know, this is wonderful.
Well, Rick, I guess you get no respect from anybody.
Bischoff is completely
But if
unaware of
Rick
what's
was
going
here
on.
tonight, I want each and every one of you to know, those of you who paid your hard-earned money, that I kick his tail around this arena just for you.
Bischoff
Because
is
after
completely
all,
clueless here.
this is NWO country. And as you've known for the last 3 years now, NWO
It looks to me like Flair's
the
pump is
world.
still working.
He looks pretty darn good to us. Bischoff completely clueless as to what's going to happen.
Hollywood,
He's here.
I want you to know, I love Hollywood too. I love it too. Whoa is right.
Holy smokes, he's here.
And there goes a very dangerous Bischoff. Stupid jerk.
Look at him running. I don't think a man who's had a heart attack can run like that. Did he get him? I don't know, Vince. You're back. just chased him right out of the TWA dome. Right out to the dome, right around the trucks, the production trucks. Look at the fans are still standing. And now,
look how packed that place is.
Oh, yeah.
And how excited everyone is.
you guys, but I don't need any
Oh, yeah.
doctor's update.
It's different time, different crowd, bro.
I just saw Ric
And this
Flair,
is-
the Nature Boy is back.
Watch when he comes. Watch what Poppy gets when he comes back.
Unexpected.
And you can tell he's just fired up because he's been off TV for a while.
Right.
And like Eric been burying him personally and stuff.
they don't like each other
for
yet.
a shoot. Yeah, it was like good stuff. You can tell he's just when he comes out right here, you can just tell he's just like the adrenaline's just going crazy.
Shit.
It's like yeah. Here, turn it up a little bit. I want to hear the pop.
It's great, right?
Yeah.
Now look at who's in charge in the ring.
This is your connection is terrible, Joe. But if you could hear like the roof went off the building when he said that.
Yeah.
What is it, skipping or something?
It's just like choppy. It's like really choppy.
Hang on a second.
And it's like dragging.
Well, just never mind. If people you want to watch this clip, it's Ric. You can see it in the corner. Ric Flair goes off on Eric Bischoff. If you just want to hear a huge pop, I mean, like and this,
Lewis, tonight, as God, who is my witness? And on the graves of Bruiser Brody and Dick the Bruiser, you will die in this arena if I get my hands on you tonight. Woo! Well, Bischoff's halfway home.
and brother, it was just like the angles were so simplistic, but they were like as grown men pissed at each other. Like it was good heat. Just. I mean, it's cool being when you're back in the back watching this and you're seeing the crowd. You go, man, it's going to be so easy out there tonight, And the crowd's just like,
Ric Flair's coming to start.
all right.
Yeah, we were on fire back then.
Oh.